So what we're doing is we're making gimbal plates. So we've got our stock aluminum. It's been cut to a certain size. And then by the time we pull it out of the machine, it's completely deburred, pocketed, drilled, tapped, and chamfered. So the way we do that is with this setup that we have. It's a Operation 1 and Operation 2 setup. So when we go to put the parts in, the back 3 vices are in Op 1 setup. The front 3 are in Op 2 setup. So when you put these parts in, from the time you hit the button to the time you open the doors when the program is done, you have 3 good parts. And then all you have to do is roll the parts to the next operation and load new stock. Hit the button and you're ready to go. We roll through a lot. We can do probably 400 to 500 gimbal plates in a week. I mean, we don't let these machines rest if we don't have to.
That's 400 to 500 gimbal plates.
Yeah.
400 to 500 of these. This is just a short run, isn't it?
Yeah, this right here is only 250. So once we're done here, they'll get brushed, put in a container, and then they'll go out to anodize. So once they get back from anodized, then we unload them, put them on the shelf or box them up to build new mounts for dealers or just regular customers that come in or something like that.
So on what you're running here, how fast are you? What kind of speeds are we talking inside here?
We're talking between the end mills, we're talking 10, 11,000 RPMs and 200 to 300 inches a minute. So we're running pretty hard.
Give a little reference to non-machinist. How fast would that make your car go?
So you're looking at roughly 65 to 68 miles an hour inside of a 72-inch area.
So this machine's running faster than most boats.
She will cook. She will cook. Yeah. That is for sure. Now I'm not going to say that everybody's perfect and these machines don't pick up parts and sling them out, because they do. And when it happens, just make sure the doors are shut, because you will get hurt. You will get hurt.
No safety third here.
No safety. The safety has to be first.
Yeah,
it has to be first.
Awesome.
But yeah, we're rolling pretty hard, man. I'm glad we got these SSs because they are fabulous machines.
Some of the other guys that nerd out on stuff like this, like I do, look at the chips. I mean, we've got chips and oil everywhere. You guys are slinging them.
Oh yeah, we are actually. And it just comes off as fluff, man. It just comes off as fluff. And that's mainly from the face mill and end mill.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We can run so fast sometimes when we're doing contours for like dog bones or Panoptix clamps. We can run so fast that the chips that come off the machine are so hot that they evaporate the water and the coolant and turn it back to oil. We like to go fast. It's too bad we're not race car drivers, because we probably win, you know. But yeah, Is
this one set up, ready to go?
Yeah,
Can you run it real quick?
Yeah, I'm actually going to hit the button.
All right, perfect.
So it'll go through the entire program and do, G54, G55, 54 through 59 is our offsets that we run. Each has their own offset. They could be off in any direction, but as long as each one of those parts has its own home, you'll get the same part every time. We've done a lot of work to cut back on time. We've done a lot of work to make sure that we get good parts and good deburred parts every time, because the less we have to handle it And the more we can make chips, because if we're making chips, we're making money.
What's your tolerance level?
I like to run between 3 and 5 thousandths, which is 0.003 to 0.005, plus or minus, because I feel
that's a hair thickness, right?
Yeah, it's a hair thickness. But I feel like if you set a goal for yourself, tolerance wise, you're never gonna mess the parts up, because if you know what you're doing and all that, you're good. I mean, you're good to go.
When you hear people advertise aircraft quality,
we do our best
to me, being
an
aircraft mechanic, you know, before that means a lot, but it's hard to transfer that to what it really means. I mean, it's a hair. You're working with a hair.
It's a hair.
Pull a hair out, look at it, and that's what
that's it. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, that's the high side.
Yeah. So, and it's really fun. I like doing it.
You know, there's a big difference when you start pulling these mounts out. You know, where we deal with several different kinds.
Yeah.
These are my go-to.
Yeah. And we've had a lot of dealers come to us and say, hey man, you know, when you pull it out of the box and you take a step back and you go, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah.
That's what some people are like, oh man, as long as it looks good. Well, I don't want it to just look good. I want you to pick it up, and I want you to feel it, and I want it to be the best part you've ever held in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, it has to work, and it has to be right, but it also has to look good. If it looks good, that's a bonus for me.
Yeah.
You know, but I want it to work, and I want it to be right, because as many as these we're shipping out a week or a day, buddy, shoo.
How long will that pile last?
We may get a month out of it. Maybe.
Shipments?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It may last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After everything's said and done in here, it may last 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Because we'll box everything up, put spares on the shelf.
I mean, this is what it looks like, guys, before you get it. I mean, it's almost a shame to put anodized on it.
Man, sometimes.
I mean, the weather would be terrible to it, but
sometimes, you know, I shed a little tear because I've done all this work, and now we're going to
paint them.
Man, I'd have something to say if we were painting them.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't argue. Our anodized guy is really good.
Scotch-Brite and paint will make you the machinist you ain't.
Yeah, yeah. Just because you hold a grinder doesn't make you a welder. I've heard that a million times too.
No, that's true. Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that really is. That's.
Like I said, man, we take a lot of
little detail, like, you know.
Yeah. And with all the holes, I mean, you can
those are helical. You know, these are all threaded.
Yeah. Everything's chamfered. It's all smooth. Even down to this pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I took.
That's what I first noticed. The first one of these we got, and I pulled that out. I was like, yeah, they care what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to, man, because believe it or not, you know, we make it run around here, but it's our customers and our dealers that actually, you know, we count on them to give us feedback, and we're always, hey, dude, if you see something, tell us. You know, but we depend on outside feedback and everything like that. But we know we really want to make good parts, and that's what it's about. So.
Well, you know, it's good to come and do stuff like this where we can show everybody, you know, this is who's making your part. Yeah. This is the guy making the part.
Yeah. I also program them too.
I mean, this is it. You know, so when you get the box and you open it, this was made in America. Yeah. This is made in Kentucky.
Everything. The only thing we don't make are the stainless steel screws.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure if we wanted to, we'd just make our own screws too. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate you showing me around.
Oh, absolutely, man.
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
I'm glad you guys are here today. It's awesome. Why don't you go over and check out that fourth axis?
We're going to get a bunch of stuff. Well, I want to do like a series of. Because I geek out in a place like this. You know, it's got a lot of buttons and beeps and stuff.
People like that stuff.
That's what we're about.
And you know what? I'm glad I'm where I'm at because I like it too.
right, thanks, man.
Not a problem, man.